resonate with you guys and something that you guys can take home with you and think about. And the only thing that comes to mind is my story, because my story is one that, you know, you guys can relate to. I used to sit in these chairs, I used to be in these auditoriums, a lot less magnificent than this in Paterson, New Jersey. But we got a couple of Paterson people in here, okay. But I knew the importance of having someone to come talk to me and come kind of just share his experiences with me. So like before I said, I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. I grew up in a single parent household with my Puerto Rican mom, who is the most empowering figure in my life. Everything that I do, you can go around the everything that I do, everything that I've become, the work ethic that I have, the attention to detail, the certain things that I embody, the characteristics that I embody, all come from her. She worked the job an hour to and from, so 2-hour commute each day, just to put food on the table, just to make sure she was doing what she had to do for myself, for my younger sister. She was the one that taught me what it is to have work ethic and what it is to be dedicated to what you do. Not because she wanted to go to work. She didn't want to drive an hour to work every single day, but she had to do that. She knew that was a sacrifice that she had to make in order for us to be taken care of, for us to be in a position to do great things. So with that, I obviously played sports. We got a walkie-talkie something. I obviously played sports, and sports was always something that came pretty easy to me. I always just loved the game. I used to play. I remember I grew up on a one-way street with like 7 boys my age, and I just played, man. We played everything. Wall ball. I mean, you guys have no idea what wall ball is. Okay. I will challenge some of you, but it's a different time. I'll come back. But like wall ball, basketball, pick up and tackle, like we did every sport that you think 7 boys living on a one-way street could do, we did it all. So fast forward to high school, and I'm excelling, and I get a scholarship to go to college, but I knew very quickly that things change, and that you have to have a certain level of dedication to what you do, no matter what is before you, no matter what challenges cross your path. And I had a few. So I get to college, and for some reason, if you couldn't tell from the opening remarks, I'm a bit of a mama's boy, right? So I thought, you get to college, my mother's not there to wake me up. Nobody's there to kind of force me to go to class. And the first thing you hear about college is, oh, you're on your own, so you can go to class when you want to. So I kind of took that seriously. So I was like, man, I'm on the football team. They'll figure it out. I got to be on the field. I got to play. So they'll figure it out. They'll make sure I pass. They'll glide me through. I'll go to a couple classes, and we'll figure it out. But after my first year, after 2 semesters, I had a GPA of like 1.1, something like that was not even possible. And I would look at it and I was like, man, they sent me home for that. So now I'm embarrassed. Now I'm back in Paterson, New Jersey. Now I'm taking community college courses that my mother's driving me to an hour by her job because she didn't want me to be in Paterson. So now every day I'm waking up with my mom, dropping an hour to work, dropping her off, and then driving to my community college, taking courses. I'm embarrassed. People are looking at me because, I was an athlete that everybody knew, especially around the neighborhood, and I'm making up lies. I'm telling people that I'm just here because my coaches allowed me to come home for this semester, like making things up because I was embarrassed. I go back to school on a basis of me having to get a 2.0 GPA to get back into school in order for me to stay, in order for me to be eligible just to even play football. Mind you, I haven't played a lick of football yet. And this is 2 years into my college career. So I go back and I'm trying to excel, I'm trying to do my due diligence, get the grades that I need, and I'm still behind the 8 ball. Not because I couldn't do it, but I was in such a hole that it was hard to crawl out of. So I'm back home again a second time. I get a GPA of 1.5. I kind of raised it up, but just wasn't enough. So now I'm home again, more embarrassed. My mother's like, you're not going up with me for an hour. You're going to go right downtown to Passaic County Community College, which is in downtown Paterson, New Jersey. So I walk in there and guys are looking at me crazy again, like, what are you doing here? Like, you had so much talent. You had so much promise. You were one of the guys that we looked at to take Paterson to the next level, but you're here. And again, I'm making up lies and doing everything I had to do, taking online courses at home. I'm doing everything. But the one thing that never escaped me was I was always passionate, and I always knew that the end goal was to make it to the NFL or to be successful and to really conquer and achieve my dreams. Like that was always in the back of my mind, no matter what's happening, no matter what was going on. I remember my mom being in the living room, and I'm in this little desk in our living room space, and kind of in the corner. We didn't have a lot of space in there, so my mom put a little desk and a laptop there, or a computer rather. We didn't have laptops then. And she's like cleaning, and she looks at me and she goes, you know, when you're done with all of this, when you get back into school and you achieve all your dreams, you gotta write a book. And at the time, I'm like 1.2 GPA, I'm sitting in the living room looking at mom like, a book? I'm trying to read this book, and you want me to write a book one day? I was like, okay, Ma, I got you. So I get back into school for the third time, and if anybody's familiar with college, which I hope all of you are starting to familiarize with college, it's never too early to do so. They have a 3-strike rule. So this is my 3rd strike, as you can see. I'm there. If I don't do well, if I don't get the 2.0 GPA, I'm kicked out of school. I'm done with football. UMass is just no longer an option for me. So I choose a major that year. I get myself together. I understand what it is to be a student athlete, and I raise my GPA to a 2.8 GPA and get myself together. I get on the football field. I end up being an All-American at UMass University, and I excel in achievement. But I say all of that to say, through all those ups and downs, and it didn't stop there. I got to the NFL, my first year there with the New York. Any Giants fans in here?
No, a little bit.
Hold up. I know we're not having the best year, but y'all got to give me more noise for the Giants than that. I'm just making sure that Super Bowl wasn't that long ago, okay? But again, going through all those ups and downs in college helped me understand and helped me navigate everything that I wanted and needed to do at the next level, at the highest level. So I get to the NFL. I'm a free agent, so I wasn't picked. My name didn't show up on the draft. It wasn't something that, I remember the day of the draft, my mother's cleaning up the house, nervous. I'm nervous. I'm sitting there by myself. And this was the first year that the draft was 3 days. So I sat there for 72 hours and didn't hear my name called. But after the draft, I got a call from one of the scouts asking me if I wanted to be with the Giants. And I was like, duh, like absolutely no. Like, what do you mean? What kind of question is that? So immediately right after that, after I got that call from the representative of the Giants, I agreed with him, I confirmed with my agents and everybody. And I felt like I got drafted. I had a Giants hat in my house. I walked outside, everybody was outside. It felt like I got drafted. And I knew when I went outside and I saw those people there, I knew that I had a huge responsibility to fulfill for not only myself and my family, but for my city, my town, my Hispanic heritage, me being Puerto Rican. I mean, I was representing all of that the moment I stepped foot into the NFL. Whether I wanted to or not, I understood, the level of expectancy and the things that they wanted from me or I wanted from myself initially, and then was able to turn and show that to everybody else. But I just want to encourage you guys to understand who you are, understand the resources here at this. First of all, in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, there's no way I had the confidence to do anything that you guys just did on this stage. I'd be shy, bashful, not like a dance, what? Like in front of the school? No way. Like it was just not happening. So you guys are already ahead of the curve. You guys already have confidence. You guys understand what you want out of life. You guys have passions and goals and dreams. So I just encourage you to follow those dreams, listen to the people around you, these teachers and this coaching staff and these people that are here to help you. And they have the resources here. First of all, this auditorium alone might be bigger than my entire public school, okay, that I went to. I went to public school number 21 in Paterson, New Jersey. Our auditorium was probably, first of all, we didn't have an auditorium. We had a gym that we used as an auditorium. Let's be clear. So, I say that to say, understand that these resources and the people here help you, they guide you, they want the best for you. I can tell by the way that even just walking in the building, I can tell that they are here for you. So, let me look at my notes and make sure I got everything that I wanted to say. And I have everything I wanted to say. Are we doing a Q&A?